get to ISB for our MBA, we feel there's going to be a lot ahead of us, and we're going to be mastering all of it, being in control of all of it, and always feeling on top. In reality, ISB is anything like that. There is so much to do at so many different avenues, from classroom to peer groups to professors, that you can't always be fully in control. And you build this mindset of being very 80-20 and focusing on what really matters, and being comfortable with this notion that you're not going to have everything around you in control and you can't control everything. This notion, which I learned for the first time at ISB, because believe it or not, before that, most of the stuff we do is quite linear and compartmentalized. ISB is the first time where you come in where things don't work in a linear fashion. And that is exactly what happens when you graduate from ISB and go into a job. And when I started working ISB, that muscle which I built at ISB, which I continue building over the years, is something which has stayed with me and helped me a lot in everything I've done, which is around multitasking, being comfortable having lots of things balls up in the air, and making sure they don't fall, being 80-20 and being really focused on what really matters, and letting go of this sense of control on everything we do. I think if I look back at my time at ISB, it was a bit of a roller coaster of a ride. The year started with a bit of a setback, and I didn't start off the year great. It took me a little bit of time to get back into academics and the rigor and so on. And it was somewhere around the third term that I started participating a lot in these international case study competitions. And two of them, one which was the Innovation Challenge, which happened that year, where about 400 business school teams from around the world applied, and 10 teams, including one from ISB, which I was part of, made it to the global finals in the US. And there was a Gallen Symposium, which continues to happen since the 37th year. Being part of these two, being selected for these two, representing ISB at these forums became a big turning point for me in my year at ISB. Not only did they add a lot to my profile in terms of who I was, but it also added a lot in terms of just confidence and self-belief, which had got a little bit eroded at the start of the year. And that almost was a turning point, and I would say for the rest of the year I never looked back. The power of the ISB Alumni Network was something I started experiencing even while I was still on campus. I remember being a 23-year-old aspirant wanting to go into consulting, and I remember the alums from different firms who used to spend an inordinate amount of time being on campus and teaching us the fundamentals and basics of consulting, through the consulting case prep work and so on, both explaining what the work is, what do they actually look for, and how do you prepare yourself best to achieve an entry into the world of consulting. And through that, touchwood, I got multiple offers, joined McKinsey off campus, and since then have been in one organization. However, even though I've been in one organization, the ISB network, both of my class and beyond, has been a constant part of my life since. We've moved countries and continents as a family. From here we went to Singapore, then Europe, we were in Brussels, and then New York. And the ISB network has been a big backbone of our personal lives and a little bit of our professional lives as we've navigated these moves. And then coming back to India 3.5 years back, it was, we landed right back into our ISB friends and networks, people we knew before and people we didn't, and it's been the best. People choose ISB for different reasons. I feel you should come to ISB for 3 different reasons. One is the quality of professors, both resident and visiting. Second is your peer group, who are going to be friends for life. And third is this campus and the infrastructure which comes with it. What I would urge you to do is, for all 3 of them, make a conscious effort to make the most of them. Spend time with professors beyond the classrooms. They are coming from very different vantage points and very different experiences, and they have a lot to offer. Second, your peer group. There is as much learning which happens from your peer group and outside the classroom as it happens in the classroom. And more than learnings, connections and bonds get made. And the third is the infrastructure. You are in a beautiful campus, very well equipped. Make the most of it, enjoy it, all aspects of the campus. And then through all of this, there's this notion of, the power of the human connection. So make sure you're building these connections both with your peers, your classmates, your alums, and you continue making them with your juniors after you graduate from ISB.